No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
If I pull that off, will you die?
It would be extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
Hey there, quirky folks. Today we're going to take a deep dive into the DC universe. HBO Max is rising slowly, but steadily. It has been offering us all the Warner Bros. Films of 2021. And as far as DC content goes, we got Zack Snyder's Justice League, The Suicide Squad, Titans Season 3, and so much more content in the same year. This streamer also has other exclusive DC movies and TV shows headed our way. Peacemaker is playing ball in his own series. A big budget Green Lantern series is in the making. J.J. Abrams is developing a Justice League dark show. Matt Reeves is coming up with a Gotham PD show, and even a Penguin spin-off is under works. Leslie Grace will star in a Batgirl film. We're also getting a Blue Beetle movie with the Cobra Kai star. A Static Shock movie is under works. And it has been reported that Journey Smollett will also lead a solo Black Canary movie on the streamer. Now this is a lot of content, but we shouldn't be satisfied with just this. Even Warner Media shouldn't think of it as their upper limit. This streamer will only become big if it matches with Disney Plus and Netflix.
It's a fake laugh. It's real! Totally fake.
And it can only do that if we keep on getting more DC exclusive projects. So let's talk about all the DC characters that deserve to get their own exclusive HBO Max TV shows or movies. First up, we have Deathstroke. Joe Manganiello was perfectly cast as Slade Wilson. He was going to be the main villain of the cancelled Batman movie, but director Gareth Evans was also developing a solo movie for him. While that got cancelled, we shouldn't let this character go to waste in any case. Joe Manganiello is still interested in portraying Deathstroke.
You said you had something I'd want. You better not be wasting my time.
So, he should definitely get his own solo movie, or perhaps a mid-budget series like Peacemaker.
On second thought, we do have something to celebrate.
Besides that, we should get a movie centered on Lex Luthor. Everyone knows the potential Lex Luthor has as a character.
Didn't your dad ever teach you to laugh before you leap?
I'm not saying that Jesse Eisenberg should return for the gig. Maybe Luthor's film could be a new interpretation like Joker. It could be without Superman, but it must involve Lois Lane.
Superman will never—
Wrong!
Before Man of Steel, there was a time when Robert Downey Jr. was considered to play Luthor. He may not want to play the character now, or some other A-lister could lead a Lex Luthor movie all on his own. And this film could turn out to be a political thriller where Luthor runs for president. Next up, we could get Catwoman.
Cat got your tongue.
Everyone is going nuts over Zoe Kravitz's take on Selena Kyle. But it's important to know that she isn't Catwoman yet in the Batman. She might take the persona towards the end of the film. We know that she will be a recurring character in this franchise. She could have appearances in the Batman sequels, the Gotham PD series, and even the Penguin spin-off. But how about her own HBO Max show? I mean, that could be a great idea if her portrayal becomes popular. While leading her solo series, she could also introduce a few other Batman universe characters like Poison Ivy or even Lady Shiva. Next up, we should definitely get a big budget project based on the JSA. Black Adam is going to introduce us to the Justice Society of America. Noah Centineo is playing the Atom Smasher. Aldous Hodge is coming in as Hawkman. Quintessa Swindle is Cyclone, and former Bond actor Pierce Brosnan has been perfectly cast as Dr. Fate. But what are these characters going to do after Black Adam? They could obviously return in the sequel. But how about giving the JSA its own solo movie? It may or may not be a viable option for the theaters. And it could be a massive project for HBO Max. Apart from this, I'd like to suggest a movie based on Batman Beyond. This is a movie that many of us have wanted forever. But for now, the big screen has been taken over by Robert Pattinson in The Batman. Even the likes of Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are continuing their Batman in movies like The Flash.
Can I keep this?
So maybe, Batman Beyond could get a mid-budget project on HBO Max like Blue Beetle. You see, he could actually be a Batman in Michael Keaton's Earth 89. Keaton's Bruce Wayne could be the mentor of Terry McGinnis, if he gets to stay in his own universe by the end of Flash.
Or have you met?
Not now!
But if he makes a jump to the DCEU and becomes permanent, then we could have a Batman Beyond movie taking place on an entirely different Earth in DC's multiverse. Here, we could have an entirely new actor playing an older Bruce Wayne and someone like Luke Hemsworth as Terry McGinnis. Next up, I'd love a project based on the Amazons. We are actually supposed to get a Wonder Woman spin-off film based on the Amazons. Patty Jenkins confirmed that it is both a prequel and a sequel to the first Wonder Woman movie. But we don't know what's going on with that project right now, since Jenkins is busy with 3 other projects. It could get cancelled.
You should be ashamed.
My apologies.
You should be ashamed.
Diana.
All of you should be ashamed.
But it would be a great opportunity to see these warriors be explored in a much better form with an HBO Max show. It could actually lead us into Wonder Woman 3, since that film is also far away from us. Number 7. Supergirl. Sasha Calle is playing Supergirl in The Flash. Her suits and getup make us think that she is actually playing the Lara Lane Kent version of Supergirl from DC's multiverse. Now that Melissa Benoist's Supergirl series is coming to an end, Warner's could continue Sasha Calle's Supergirl project after The Flash. It is known that they've always wanted a Supergirl solo movie, but nothing has materialized so far. So maybe The Flash could set up a solo project for Sasha Calle's Supergirl on HBO Max. It could be a movie or another big series for the streamer. Number 8. Black Manta. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is going to continue his revenge quest against Arthur in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. But I reckon that this film could turn him into an anti-hero. Instead of being killed off, he could be set up on a redemption arc once he gets over his grudge over Aquaman.
Keep the money. I want Aquaman.
And guess what could happen after that? Well, if your answer was an HBO Max series, then I'd say that you'd get full marks for it. Although, this guess wasn't really tough to be honest. Who is in for a Black Manta project on HBO Max? I know I am.
Sure.
Okay, next up, I'd love me some Bane. After the success of Joker, a solo Bane movie was pitched amongst several other solo villain projects. But the idea didn't pass, as Warner Brothers wanted to use Bane in the Batman trilogy.
Leave us.
No, you stay here. I'm in charge.
Do you feel in charge?
Well, I'd say that they should definitely make a serious Bane movie on HBO Max. Dave Bautista has tried several times to play this character, but he has been denied a shot at it. But imagine this. Bautista is Bane in a Batman-less movie, taking place on a separate Earth, like Joker. The film would be dark, gritty, and brutal, and the script could be based on the Vengeance of Bane storyline just like it was supposed to. It would begin with his tragic origin before he was even born, and from there on, Bane could work his way to become a character that we actually relate to. Bautista won't get to show his might here, but we'd also get to see the amazing acting chops he has developed over the years. For number 10, I've got Birds of Prey 2. The hashtag show just stated that a Birds of Prey sequel is in the works for HBO Max, and it will have Leslie Grace's Batgirl in the lead instead of Harley Quinn. The reports from the hashtag show are usually supposed to be taken with a grain of salt, but I'd be all in for BOP2 with Batgirl in the lead. The first one did not make enough money, because it just wasn't meant for the big screen. But it could do wonders as a streaming for HBO Max. Harley was last seen with her new squad friends, so she could continue with that, while Black Canary and Batgirl could unite with Renee Montoya and the Huntress in Birds of Prey 2. Warner Bros. Could actually make the film with a cheaper budget this time, because Margot Robbie won't be in there asking for millions. Now, for the final name, I've got Martian Manhunter. Henry Lennox was revealed as the Martian Manhunter in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'd love it if the Snyderverse gets restored, but if that doesn't happen, then at least Martian Manhunter should get a prequel project on HBO Max. We could get to see how his race died on Mars, and how he made his way to Earth. Now obviously, all these dream projects cannot come true, but even if we get 3 out of these suggested projects, I'd be super happy. Which of these HBO Max projects would you like to see? Let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!